Hello again, folks, and welcome to a new Let's Play. This is Sacred 2 for the Xbox 360. I'm your Game Master Darius, and this is actually one of the first games I actually got as a game for the 360. It was like, I think this, Blue Dragon, Dragon Age Origins as well. But yeah, this was released in 2008 and was another one of those interesting ARPGs, much in the style of Diablo, with its own more hilarity twists than anything of the sort. So we're going to start a new game. Create game. Continue campaign. I've honestly never really continued. I'm gonna delete this character just as his gun. We're gonna make a new one.
I am one of the Seraphim, the ethereal beings who have been watching over the fate of the world since the beginning of time. United as sisters under the watchful eye of Sophia, we were committed to our duty and proud to serve. Yet the Creator has left this world. Thus, we are patiently waiting for the day when he will finally return, the day when our duty will be fulfilled.
Yeah, character creation amounts to change hair and change hair color. That's about it. And the Seraphim, the kind of title character of the game, only has two hairstyles. You got the, short cut and the Hatsune Miku. I'd go with that, but I'm not going to play the Seraphim. See, this one?
I'm from the deep woods. My heart beats in tune with nature, and my soul gets its power from the mystical force of trees. But the world's destiny forced me to leave my home and fight to prevent nature's destruction. I spared no pains for this aim.
Don't remember how any of these classes played, because I only really played one. We're gonna go the other way.
Me and my brethren have existed in Ankaria since the beginning of time, brought into being by the creator of this world, animated through his energy. Our bodies may consist of lifeless materials, but my spirit is alive. Few of us have survived the Great War. We may have lost our ways, and our task may seem to be unaccomplishable, but I shall not rest until I have fulfilled my destiny.
Yeah, these guys kind of always seemed a little bit cool, but again, not playing them.
My studies of magic were long and arduous. Still, they were not in vain. Due to my heritage, I've been given access to the most secret archives of Thylicium, and thus, I was able to perfect my abilities and my knowledge of the arcane sciences. Now, after all these years of studying, I must prove that my education was fruitful. Ankaria awaits.
I believe the High Elves pretty much just work as mages, which, I'm not going to play.
I am an Inquisitor, one of the High Priests of the High Elves. Vested with all of the privileges of my rank, I pursue my own goals, independently and freely. The affairs of the lower beings of this world do not concern me. Let them call me evil. May they wail and curse me. They are lacking the mind to understand the true principles of my existence, the unrestricted exercise of the power I am entitled to for the higher good of the Inquisition.
Nobody expects the High Elf Inquisition. Yeah, I think these guys were kind of like paladins or some such. We got our own goals in mind. These guys.
Once I was a soldier. I proved myself in many battles. I never failed, and I never avoided a fight. My enemies feared me, and I was respected long after I was gone. But I was betrayed. An unnatural force robbed me of my final dues, the peace I had earned, and brought my body back into this world. This is how I was damned to continue my existence as a creature of the shadows. And so, I set out on my way in faith and honor, hoping that one day my path might lead me to eternal peace.
Yeah, you can already hear why I really like this character, because this guy is the same character who voiced the main protagonist in Two Worlds, and so many others, but I can't think of the others right now. But, you know, this voice and this character just suits one another. Classic interface. And we're just gonna go with Darius. Now, we have two different campaign modes we can play. We got the Shadow Campaign and the Light Campaign. Biggest difference, I believe, is that the Shadow Campaign...
Return to the realm of the living.
I love your voice, dude, but shush. I think the biggest difference is who you can worship within the two campaigns. I might be wrong. I think they might actually have different starts. We are going to... We have several options when it comes to deities, though. Ignite demons and undead creatures with Lumen, the god of light. Heals the hero and his allies, renders them invulnerable for a brief period with the nature god. Goddess of Philosophy provides inspiration and insight, reflects all attacks. It's pretty tempting. Testa, God of Science, spurts T energy from the hero that will heal allies and harm foes. Pretty cool. And Quan, which is the God of War, confuses all creatures in such a way that they will attack each other. I'd usually have gone for Quan, the God of War, simply by virtue of, oh, the God of War, ooh, battle, all that fun stuff. But I find, from what I recall, there's not that many enemies to warrant this sort of a thing. So I think I'm gonna go with Lumen, God of Light. Divine gift blinds all opponents with a dazzling light and even ignites demons and undead creatures. And with that character selected and our difficulty selected, we can create a game. New campaign, free world or PvP with a free world. I'm not ever going to do PvP. We have our difficulty set to bronze versus silver. We're going to be offline. No one joins me with no level gap because, again, we're not going to be online. Accept. And we get one badass intro coming our way. And yes, that trailer did get me when I was a kid.
Well, I believe I have prepared everything. Let's see if we can awaken the great warrior of old from his peaceful slumber. This ritual will not be easy to perform, but when it succeeds, the Grand Inquisitor will have a new puppet on a string for his cunning schemes. All right, let the ritual commence.
It is us. We can approach people with a question mark and complete tasks.
Damn! That didn't work as intended. I should have been more careful during the initiating sequence, I guess. Apparently, I am slacking off. Anyway, Tybor, kill this thing before it becomes too powerful.
Oh, that's adorable. Quest experience.
Evidently, looks are deceiving and you are in good shape. Maybe the elves in the settlement will have something to do for a rotting zombie like yourself.
Rude. Silver arrow minimap points in the direction of your current side quest's target. We also have a arrow that is pointing north, or points from north, so there's that. Yeah, definitely not as, I guess, informative as the quests, or not quests, the intro from the first game, but, you know, We can zoom in and zoom out pretty damn well. I will try to use that liberally. What does this say? Uh-oh. I'm sure that's fine. Man. Game still looks good after 18 years. I mean, I'm pretty sure the PC port would probably look just as good. So, once again, we have the ability to... Ooh, plain tunic. Alright. We got to start equipping stuff. So, let's see. Does it start? No. Start does nothing useful in this. We want to hold down right bumper. Then we can go to our inventory. We have our weapons, armor. Plain tunic. Ever so useful. We have our details. We can compare it to our current armor if we had any. And of course, it would give us Seraphim armor just at the start. As per the usual. And yes, it is a clay doll effect for basically every piece of armor that we find. And much like the first game, yes, we can use these runes in order to upgrade some of our skills and abilities. We will also get a mount, eventually. Let's see, but we also now have our attributes, which tells us in great detail what everything does. Strength increases our attack values. I believe damage as well for all close range weapons except daggers and mage staves, but we're not going to use those. Stamina will decreases the general regeneration time of combat arts. Vitality, our hit points and overall regeneration time. Dexterity, which increases our attack, defense, and weapon damage values, but this also applies to close combat and ranged weapons. So, yeah, if you're a Dexy build, you're going to be using daggers. Dexterity. Intelligence, which makes it so as we get more stuff. Chance that a spell hits the target with full force. Mage's staves and spells will additionally increase the damage output. Neat. I'm never going to touch that. And willpower increases resistance against magic spells and additional damage effects. Why I emphasize the effects, I don't know. Burn, poison, freeze, and weakness. So this will just increase our resistance against anything and all things status ailment in our case. And then we have our skills. We'll get into the skills when we level up because we will get a lot of skills. And then we have our separate little combat arts. A lot of stuff. We start with Demonic Blow, which is just bigger hitter, harder attack. Which takes more time the stronger it is to regenerate, but does increase the damage we do. Scything Sweep, large sweeping attack against multiple enemies. Ruinous Onslaught, charges directly towards the target. Increases the Shadow Warrior's run speed slightly and his defense values substantially. Battle Cry, mustering all strength and increasing his attack values considerably for a brief period. And Grim Resistance, which is a permanent buff that just happens. Does not turn off as far as I recollect. Now that said though, we can go through all of our stuff with R2 or L2, L trigger, R trigger. Jeez, I'm not using a PlayStation 4 controller here. So we can, for example, pop the Grim Resistance, and it will give us Grim Resilience 1, which again is just a good old, I think it's just a good old, now we can assign it. Doesn't give an amount of time that it reduces. But we can use skills by just pressing that face button. And for general purposes, we will just be attacking with the A button. Now everything's dark, but don't worry. That's because we're inside in a cave or dungeon. It is quite bright outside, comparatively. Especially comparatively. Find the magical place which is nearby. Inspect the tombstone which is nearby. There's a lot of those. You're gonna have to be more precise. When enemies drop shit, LB to just pick them up. Lyricist's signet ring. I kind of wish that there was a faster way to enter inventory and shit. Yep. There we go. Nope. Spell intensity. Nope. Every single one of these, by the way, has some sort of quote. Please don't eat the daisies, I'm busy pushing them up. I missed that one. Here I lay, cold and damp. Never ask a dragon to light your lamp. Memorial. So long and thanks for all the fish. Did I say that this game was silly? Oh god. Reserved for critics. That's far more polite of a response to critics compared to... Yeah. Over my darn wolves. I have several weapons which I can change in my inventory as soon as... Thank you. Annealed Blade of the Fetters. Starts at 23, goes to 29. Not too much of a difference, but hey. It looks snazzy. I'm moving, but I don't disappear. Don't you have anything better to do? Not really. Immortality is not everyone's cup of tea. Stop reading tombstones and get a life. Take mine. I'm not using it anymore. Ah. In remembrance of Raid Jaemon. I'm not sure who Raid Jaemon is. Oh look, another adventurer wants to be first to read all the tombstones. This triad expired for boredom due to waiting for her player to get on with it. Lucretius, the innkeeper, is now serving one last meal. Dinner for the worms. The guy who fell upon his upholstery machine was fully recovered. Medic! Classic. Here lies Alan. His wild ways caught up with him in the end. Uncle Emma is alive. Ladies first. Here. Hey, buy your own flowers, cheapskate. I'm gonna loot pretty much all I can of these gravestones, but mostly because every one of them does have something. If not a good laugh, then at the least, like a coin or two. Yeah, combat in this is really simple comparatively. Mass grave for all the creature prototypes that didn't make it into the game. Rest in peace, creature prototypes. Oh god. Come on in, there's cake in here. So they say. Here lies Andy's yellow dress. We think he still wears it on Sundays. The bones of the decaying corpse of the famous but yet unknown legend of original Dark Elf champion Ethan Race. Grave is reserved for all the enemies you're about to kill. Jesus. Gonna need a really big grave for that one. Wanderers, I greet you with see you soon because I will surely return to this place. Yeah, laugh it up. Your time will come. What a threat. Di nihilo nihil. I'm pretty sure I butchered that pronunciation. And yes, we can break these vases. There we go. Oh god. I think that's all for that side. I'm gonna stay back here some ways just so as I can actually see shit. Statue of a fallen warrior named Durfnam Labuz. I can't help but wonder how many in-jokes are in all of this. Ooh, actually. Yes. Yeah. Oh. It'll work for now. I think. Boop. Bludgeon. We also have throwing weapons, which, meh, throwing weapons. Maybe I'll invest a little bit into that, but for now.
I knew it. I'm nothing more than an extra.
For now, we bludgeon shit. Alright, let's do this inner ring first. He was old and didn't need the money anymore. She was a perfect victim. Kieran Jarvis. Somebody has spent a lot of time preparing this plush pad for a certain Miss Hacker. Out to lunch, please leave a message. Hey, get lost or join me in here. I think I'll just get lost. And to think I got out of bed for this. Ace, what a guy. It's a White Dwarf reference, isn't it? A Red Dwarf reference, wasn't it? I've always been the wrong man at the wrong place at the wrong time. Now I'm here. He adored his tiger. Too much. I don't read that one. It is better to die standing up than to live kneeling down. That's a quote of some sort. Live and let die. Bow, da, bow. Awkward. Here rests A. Flynn. He should have listened to his mother. I'm pretty sure that's a reference to something. Take 10 paces, turn and shoot. What a bad time to lose count. Let's see, is this a bench? This is just a bench. The cake is a lie. 2008, remember. Welcome to Mech's Hardware Lab. Fans hum constantly in the background. Old components lie scattered. Not lost, but definitely obsolete and forgotten. Exists none. Welcome to the Potsdam Marketing Department. There are many machines here, although the coffee machine appears to be the only one in use. Oh, if you're reading this after I die, then my theory about the world only exists in my thoughts and was wrong. And yes, that was a level up. The Localizor. Sudden death by just quickly. TM. Hey, I'm afraid of the dark. Oh, dead? But I've only been gone for 2 minutes. Just get back in there. I guess that friend or foe question was a little naive. Hey, I'm important. Just ask me. I'll tell you. Oh God, nuance. Utilized Harper's 6W5. She thought that knowledge would keep her alive, but her books lay unread because now she's dead. It's the lucky, not the clever, who survive. How can I not read that one? There's life in the old dog yet, unlike his owner. Funny, they always said you'll be cold in your grave, but I find this rather cozy. Cozy. It's not a typo, this is my tombstone. What are you? Guardian of souls. Some days you lose and some days the others win. Maybe you'll get a secret reward for reading every grave. And maybe not. Realize the last player to go on the forum to create a new thread asking how to find the water bottle. Here rests the greatest lover of all. Now let me finally get some sleep. If only she hadn't lost her head. Ooh, Fountain of Tears. I don't know if that was all. Guardian of Souls, the wisdom of the wise and the experience of the ages are perpetuated by quotations. Benjamin Disraeli. Pretty sure that's a quote. Actual quote. Maybe quote. I don't know. Quote. Now, anything we haven't investigated should flash a little bit. Ah. Memorial. Rather a living coward than a dead hero. Ooh, another Grim Resistance. Wondering how much I should invest in the Grim Resistance. If only simply because I don't know how much I'm going to use some of the skills. Grim Resistance, Grim Resilience, little column A, little column B. You know, I don't think I got anything out of reading everything. Or maybe I did. Frog. Cannot step on frog. Did I read all of you? Sorry, it's gonna bug me a little bit if I didn't read them all. Not even for completion's sake, mostly for he who's sake. Yeah, I read all these ones. Unless there are ones up here that I didn't read. Nope, that just leads to my tomb. And someone else is there too. But yeah, it's a fun little start, just going around, checking out all the quotes and whatnot. Again, quotes and jokes from like 2008. Nothing overly offensive if I recall correctly. Just referential humor done relatively well. But yeah, we also have a level up. Every time we level up, we get one attribute point, which we can put into one of our attributes. Go figure. I believe I'm gonna just start strength for the now. And then every time that we get a skill point, we can learn our skills. Go figure. Some of them we just can't, so I don't know why the hell they even bother showing them to us. But we got Astral Lord, increases inflicted damage, critical hit chance, and execution speed of the aspect Astral Lord. Enables the use of modifications for this aspect. So some of these aspects are pretty much just different, I guess, temporary buffs. Think of them like going Super Saiyan or something like that. In this case, it just increases our damage, chance for crits, and execution speed. Death Warrior decreases regeneration time for the aspect Death Warrior and raises maximum spell levels without penalty. Enables the use of modifications for this aspect. Malevolent Champion Focus decreases the regeneration time for the aspect Malevolent Champion and raises maximum spell levels without penalty. Enables the use of modifications for this aspect. So I forget how the aspects actually work. Because we have... yeah, okay. So those are the different, I guess, stat... what's the word I'm even looking for? Builds, I guess, for lack of a better word. So whereas the Death Warrior is a lot of these kind of skills that I really do like. Got also Frenzied Rampage. Quick succession of attacks against one target. Belligerent Vault. Leaps purposely into his target. Augmenting Gudon. That's a word. Stationary Banner, which increases defense and attack values for every party member within its range. Killing Spree. Launches himself into a state of battle frenzy, where every successful hit stores additional damage up to a maximum value. The amassed damage is released in one or several short discharges. And then Reflective Emanation. A reflective aura with a chance to reflect damage, close combat damage back to the attacker. And then Astral Lord, which I believe is more as spell-like as this character can get. Spectral Hand. Conjures Spectral Hand to strike the target. Skeletal Fortification. Summons a stationary skeletal tower that will automatically fire arrows at opponents within its range. Rallied Souls, rather. Resurrects the souls of the fallen, reanimating their corpses to fight alongside the Shadow Warrior for as long, I don't know, as long as their dwindling life energy can sustain them. Shadow Veil. Shadow Warrior will temporarily become invisible. Becoming too close to opponents or casting spells would carry the risk of being discovered. And then Nether Allegiance. Shadow Warrior is able to conjure spectral soldiers to accompany him. These apparitions will remain until they are extinguished, which is neat. And then you have also the combinations, which are just, you say what sort of combination of the various skills that you have and put them into one of these, and then you execute it, and bam, it dead, done. Yeah. Can't do it with buffs, though, which I find a little weird. So yeah. So now we got a general idea of what the Astral Lord, Death Warrior, and Malevolent Champion Focus does. Astral Lord Focus, though, decreases the regeneration time for the aspect Astro Lord, and raises maximum spell levels without penalty. So I think what it is that if you want to delve into any of these combat arts here, you need to take the skill, otherwise you will have a penalty in order to do so. We're not going to focus on that just yet, because we also have offensive, defensive, general skills. It's a little bit of a lot. Ranged, sword, hafted, polearms. All of this will increase your attack value and attack speed, and make it so as you can use certain items at certain levels without penalty. Dual wielding, as it says on it, and you can dual wield. I think it's going to work much like in Sacred 1, though, where if you're, say, going to take hafted weapons does not stack with dual wielding. Yeah. Nah. Tactics lore increases damage dealt by equipped weapons as well as a chance for critical hits. Enables the use of modifications for weapon-based combat arts. Neat. Speed lore increases run speed as well as attack and defense values for all weapons. And then damage lore increases the chance to trigger secondary effects of their respective damage types. So fire does burning, ice does freeze. Don't remember what the other two are. It's been 18 years. Give me a break. Even 18 years ago, I didn't fully know what the hell I was doing. We got shield lore. Increases the value of shield lore. Armor lore. Increases the value of armors. Constitution. Maximum hit points and regeneration. Spell resistance allows you to just resist spells, as well as a chance to evade critical hits. Toughness. Base resistance for each type of damage. So just straight up being able to take a hit as opposed to combat reflexes, which allows you to evade hostile weapon attacks. And then pacifism. We're not going to bother with pacifism. That's a PvP thing. And then general skills. Riding grants the ability to ride better horses. Additionally, special abilities may become unlocked. Cool. Blacksmithing allows you to blacksmith shit. I'm not sure I'm going to delve into this, because I can almost assure you that I will drive myself into madness if I do. Alchemy allows you to enhance the effects of all potions. We'll also be able to use special consumable items. Neat. Enhanced perception increases chance of detecting hiding places, traps, and stealth creatures. And finally, divine devotion decreases the regeneration time of your divine gift and unlocks additional attributes of the artifacts. What are the artifacts? I don't remember off the top of my head. For the now, though, I will simply take... Where was it? Tactics lore, because I will simply do more damage and increase my chance of critical hits. We can also save our amount of skill points that we have. And I think I shall for now. Now, whether or not the additional damage... Actually, that's a good question. Inventory. Alright, we currently have the regular bludgeon. Oh, I think it does. Because that was 15 to 20 before, right? We're going to have to... Actually, this is a good time to test it. So if it was 16 to 22, we increase it. So now our regular bludgeon is 16 to 22. I don't know, we'll see next level up. Which shouldn't be too long. Starting of the game, the level ups are, how shall we say, generous.
I will grant you a quick death. Stop it!
Also, if you'll notice, compared to the first game, this game is actually far more, let's say, forgiving about your position when you go to swing and hit an enemy. And we have here a monolith. If we die, we'll simply appear there And sure, we'll need to backtrack in order to get to there, but, you know. Sometimes nothing can be done. Hello. Find the 3 lost amulets and take them to the lumberjacks. What dumb luck. I get my first assignment as a free mate. Hold up. And no, the world does not stop because we're in mid-conversation.
I'm nothing more than an extra.
Please hit. There we go. Where are you? Get over here. Get over here. Oh, you're a good guy. Theoretically. So yeah, T energy spilling out into the world. We were raised by an Inquisitor to serve at the High Inquisitor. Now we're trying to find the other Inquisitor? I don't know. What dumb luck, I get my first assignment as a free mage, and then this happens. I suppose I'm supposed to make 3 protective amulets for the lumberjacks. There's nothing to it, it's easy money. So I went to the stone circle, got the ritual started, and had the amulets finished and ready to be delivered in no time. It was even easier than I expected, or so I thought. I was on my way to the lumberjacks when I was attacked by some elementalists and had to flee. While I was escaping, I dropped the amulets. The stupid thing is, the lumberjacks paid me in advance and I already spent the money. If I don't deliver the goods, they'll probably be pretty upset. Could you possibly find the amulets and, you know, take them to the lumberjacks? I would be grateful.
I will not disappoint you.
Ah yes. We also have a map. This is a much better map. Shows us all the different locations. And it will also show us these circles, the circles being the quest markers that we actually, you know, go to, as well as all the catacombs and whatnot that we can cycle through our already activated monoliths. Anyways,
Damn it!
the murder starts. So again, the silver circle is the circle where our current quest is leading us to. The orange, I believe, is perpetually on the map and is our main quest circle, main quest location. Enemies seem to sometimes just come out of nowhere, so let's see, general combat, last opponents that we've slain. You know, I'm realizing I don't exactly have a distinct, hey, this is, yeah, okay. We got the Fallen Heroes quest. We got Lost Amulets, which we're currently on. You know, for the moment, seeing as we don't have a particular weapon type that I'm focusing on, I'm just going to go with the best weapon I can currently wield, which is the Annealed Blade of the Fetus. Which again, we need to slot first. That is literally the same clothing. Opponent's defensive value negative 5%, okay. Now, here's a great thing about this, is that yes, there is auto-equipped, but if we find something we really don't care for or are getting weighed down, which we do have an encumbrance, which does affect our stamina / run speed, I think, we can just scrap by pressing circle. And that will give us a little bit of the money, if at all, of what we had previously had. Oh, this robe is level 2. Why not? And yeah, I want to say that the Shadow Warrior is very much supposed to be akin to the Gladiator from the first game. It's just that, you know, he was dead. And then he was raised for the dead for some nefarious Inquisitor-based deeds. Rusty Crusted Defenster.
I need better protection against physical damage.
Yeah, downside of this game And for some reason, I don't have a vibration command thing to do on this thing. I don't get why. Is not
make me laugh.
very clear about whether or not you are going to die until your health is drastically low. I'm talking like final 10%. So if you do get jumped by 3 to 5 people, yeah, best hope you have potions. And 1 amulet. Oh yeah, we do have specters here. It was good experience. Iron ore trophy. Some sort of torch. Woo! Ah, sweet, sweet XP. Come to me. Elder's Cask of something scales. Now, usually I would be very much the sort to go, oh, there's more quests over there. I should pick them up. No. I remember getting very lost very fast by having that logic applied. Like, so fast that I get lost. I'm vaguely noticing out of the corner of my eye a little bit of desync with the video. It should be fine. And we find ourselves wrapping around to the actual camp itself. Convenient. Oh, thank you. We were starting to think we wouldn't get our amulets.
Boy? Hey, where did that come from?
Aw, beep. Fantastic. But now we can actually talk to a merchant and, well, subsequently sell and buy stuff. So we have no use for this. Wait, 18 to 23. Oh. For some reason I thought that this one was my blade because it was doing a weird little circly thing. No, it's the ones that are labeled with the little yellow, red, blue, green of the Xbox controller colors. We will get ourselves a proper bludgeon after a fact. You know, for being a rusted, crusted defender, it actually seems to be better than our current shield, so... yeah. It looks a little bit more stylish. You gotta remember the right buttons to do the job. Hello. Oh, that is a bitchin' piece of armor. Oh, we're gonna sell the stuff we can't wear. Obs. I really do kind of wish that getting into our inventory was a little bit easier. Let's see. Acquire armor lore. So does it just not apply our full armor amount? Well, we got a new helmet. Oh, what else do you have for me, sir? Well, I'm gonna sell that ring. I don't need it. Oryx of the Veteran. 39 to 56. Two-handed. Speed lore +1. That is literally all my money. Oh, this one actually has sockets. But it's also more expensive. I think I'll take the War Axe of the Veteran, thank you. Is this a dumb idea? Probably. But, as I've said before, and I'll say it a billion times again, I love myself an axe. Actually, I was trying to go compare. I'm not sure how the hell that's working. Anyway, gonna assign that to our main stuff. I need to reassign you. Maybe I'll delve into some of these other combat arts too. But for the now, nope. Talk to the dude. We are going to sell these and hopefully not regret it, because we got other quests we can do. Kill the wolf that attacked Dulcinea and retrieve her collar. Why Dulcinea, the poor animal? She's dead. Only yesterday she was standing here in the meadow, chewing her cud and ruminating. Now she's gone, vanished. A wolf must have attacked her. There's nothing left of her but a few scraps of leather. I loved her so much that even I had a special collar made just for her. That wolf must have swallowed it, that wretched creature. Can you hunt down the wolf and cut it open for me? Perhaps we can still save her collar. Then I would at least have something to remember my sweet Dulcie by.
I am honored by your request.
I am honored by your request. Sorry, I will always get a kick out of this voice actor. But yeah, a good chunk of our quests are pretty much going to be go here, slay thing, receive, picked up cow necklace. Oh, I thought the animal in question was like a dog, not a cow. I don't know, for some reason I only thought, yeah, well. I suppose my biggest gripe when it comes to Sacred 1 and 2 is the fact that the amount of stuff that you get comes very rapidly. And yes, that's her collar. Look, her name is engraved on it here. Dulcinea. I'm so glad that I'll at least have something to remember her by. Here's this gold for you. You deserve it.
Hey, where did that come from?
You may now improve more skills and attributes. Alright, so now I do like the ability to simply gain back HP really fast. So, more hit points. Okay, really quick. I just want to check, because I'm going to do this anyways, whether you like it or not. I have a 39 and 56 for my two-handed axe. 39, 56, 39, 56. It is a hafted weapon. $39.56 still. So what if I increase that? 39, okay. So I don't think it actually tells me any of that. But hey, at the least... Wait. Yeah, modifier hafted weapons. Okay. Thought I was going crazy for a half a second there. And what do you have for me, sir? Find and kill 5 highwaymen. Easy enough. Recently, we've been having problems with highwaymen. Their numbers seem to keep increasing. They're everywhere outside the village, and unfortunately, we can't take care of them ourselves. We have orders to remain at our posts, and order is an order, you understand. If you want to help us, kill 5 of them. That should drive the rest away. Of course, your help will be rewarded. Once you have accomplished your quest, you will receive fitting compensation in the village. I will help you. I'm going to never get over this man's voice. His voice is as iconic to me as, say, and this is going to be a weird comparison, Tony Jaa. I'm sure everyone that is at least within a 10-year span of my age is familiar with the voice of Tony Jaa. Dude just sounded mystical. Now, I do hope that this doesn't remove all the bandits from this region, as I would like to still randomly slaughter things and level up. Hello? Okay, wolves. I like me axe. I don't remember if there's a day and night cycle, but god damn, those shadows are really deep. Wait. Okay, I think he's on the other side of the town for some reason. And yes, we will be getting a mount at some point, otherwise things will get exasperating to try to get from point A to point B. Okay, it wants me to go further north. Throwing Dagger of Pain. Can I steal from this little doohickey here? Shoulder plates, hello. I do like shoulder plates. I got a harness, which is much better than mine. And shoulder plates. I'm gonna need to upgrade my armor lore pretty quickly here. Okay. I'd say that there is a day-night cycle, but the thing is that, it looks like a day and day for night cycle, if you will.
I knew it does that. I'm nothing more than an extra.
God damn, I only have 1 point, well, 2 points, I guess, in half-ed weapons, but Jeebus.
I need better protection against physical damage.
Yeah, we're gonna hear that a lot, by the way. Just the whole, I need to protect myself from physical damage. He's gonna say that no matter how much damage we take and how much armor we put on. Also, Lover's Fountain. Oh my. I think what I'm going to do is that I'm going to go and turn in this quest. Ooh, Killing Spree. And then I'll go ahead and call an episode. Are you?
Don't bother getting up.
Use spear. Yes. Toya Brook. Lovely little place. This is just a lovely game. Very good at time killing.
Are soiling my weapon.
Damn, dude. Hardcore. No, we're also probably going to get a billion goddamn tutorials as soon as we get into the village proper. Just, you know, bear that in mind. Slowford. Hello. Thank you. I think I'm speaking for the entire village when I say thank you so much. Oh, he has another quest for us. Find the missing patrol. We need your help again.
Where there's a village, there are merchants.
Indeed. Go to the population. One of our patrols left several days ago. Check to check the population of the game in the forest. So far they have not returned. Please try to find them.
I am honored by your request.
All right. Before we do any of that, though, I'm going to go ahead and call it a video here, because now we're in town, and there's bound to be more things to do. On top of, you know, finding lost dudes and all that fun stuff. Thank you everyone so very much for watching. I hope you're all going to enjoy this series as much as I knew I should be enjoying it playing it. I remember having a good time of it as a kid. So far, I'm having a good time playing it now. If you want to support the channel, consider dropping a like, commenting, subscribing, all that fun stuff. Helps out the channel. Lets you know whenever I upload something, which is currently 3 times a day, 6 days out of the week, because I have no life. If you want to support the channel in a financial fashion or throw something directly at my face, I have a bunch of links down in the description below, as well as a throne, which allows you to just straight up purchase things and they will appear at my door. Every little bit helps, keeps a roof over my head, food in my belly, keeps my brain from going insane in the membrane, and goes to upgrading my PC and getting games for the channel whenever I have the extra dosh. Thank you everyone so very much for watching. I hope to see you all in the next video. Take care. Cheers.